It's interesting you mentioned that. Nick, you talk about finding the passion, and sometimes you see at university graduations the notion, a speaker will show up and say, find your bliss, chase your passion, whatever, and it seems so nice, but also sort of lacking in the pragmatic aspect of the fact that the majority of kids that graduate do need to work and support themselves. But I think what you just described was this inherent curiosity about how things work, and overlaid by a pragmatic approach of how could they be better. And it almost sounds like what you're saying is the advice to the younger crowd is to get started. And even if the early stages of career are almost an act of ruling out what you don't like, the idea is you're actually moving towards something, right?
Yeah, and I think also the intensity these days of education up to and through university is intense. I think it's and I think young people are absolutely focused. I mean, way more focused than I was. I mean, oh my God! I mean, I was all over. I was just taking life in. I was enjoying life more than studying, I have to say. So when you come out at the end of that, it's like, oh my God! You see the daylight and you see all those things. How on earth could anyone? I mean, there are people that just know exactly what they want to do, but they are in the minority, in my view. I think the vast majority of people really don't know what they want to do. They might have an inkling. They might have a notion of where they want to go. Go and do it. If they don't know what to do, go and look. Go and try something. Go and do 2 weeks working, in somewhere where you wouldn't even think you would be interested in, because you'll meet someone who knows someone who does something else, and you'll find a path. But unless you act, you don't really move forward. You've got to. You'll basically never know unless you act. So you've got to do stuff, and I suppose that requires a bit of faith, as well as passion. So I don't necessarily think the passion comes first. I think that you've got to kind of just trust in the future, and it will happen, and you'll find your passion. I know a lot of people would say that. I know people that have had very happy long careers who are not passionate at all. They work to live. Their passions are outside their work. But I think that the old analogy is, if you love your job, you'll never work another day in your life. So I can't say that I can truly say that that's true for every day of my life. But it's an ambition, isn't it?